You know, the last time we met, we were talking about how God's name is Yahweh.
Yes. Yeah, we want to continue on about that and about God being a father and having a son. The reason we use the name Yahweh is because in the English translations of the Bible, it says Lord with all capital letters.
Yes.
But in Hebrew, every time it says Yahweh, they translate it into the English as Lord. But the real word is Yahweh, which is the name of God. So that, just as a reminder and explanation, that's why we use the word Yahweh. But today I want to go on a little further. Last time also we talked about Proverbs 30, verse 4.
Yes, we did.
And I wanted to read that and ask you, John, about what a lot of people don't understand is that God has a son. So that's kind of our theme today. Who has ascended into heaven or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if you know? Well, that's obviously talking about God.
Absolutely talking about God, and it also says that God is a father.
Yes.
If you have a son, you must be a father.
Right. Now that's a great contrast to the rise of Islam in the world today. Islam is talking about another God named Allah, and the Quran is quite clear to say many times that Allah doesn't have a son. He doesn't need a son. He never will have a son. So we kind of established that, I think, last time too, that there's two different gods there. The God of the Bible is a God who is a father and who has a son.
Absolutely. And they have two different names. Our God's name is Yahweh.
Yes.
And the God of Islam is Allah.
Not the same person.
Not the same person.
We don't all worship the same God.
And we do not all worship the same God.
Right.
And what we're seeing is a revelation that is coming to the children of Israel in the context of the scriptures, that their God, Yahweh, is actually a father.
Now we just saw that in Hebrew scriptures in Proverbs 30, verse 4. What's the reference over in Psalm 2? It's over there too, isn't it? Let's look at that a second.
Yes, it is.
Talk to me about Psalm 2.
Psalms 2 is a declaration where Yahweh says, and for clarification, every place it says capital L-O-R-D, I will call it Yahweh. I will declare and decree, the Lord has said to me, you are my son.
Now, it uses the word son. What verse are you in? What's the
I'm
reference again?
Psalms 2, on verse 7.
Verse 7. Okay.
And today I have begotten you.
Wow.
And consider that we today say, Our Father, which art in heaven, in addressing our God.
And that was the prayer Jesus taught the disciples to pray. That was Jesus. We call it the Lord's Prayer.
Absolutely. It was the first time that Yahweh was addressed as Father.
In a prayer.
Any addressing a Father. Here we see the process where Yahweh has to be a Father because he has a begotten Son. He has a son.
Wow.
And because he has a son, he must be a father. But how does he become our Father?
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
You know?
There's another verse at the end of that same psalm, verse 12. It's talking about judgment, God bringing the nations for judgment and so forth. And it says, kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all those who put their trust in him. It's actually talking about the Yahweh, the God Yahweh, and his Son.
Yes.
And it says, kiss the Son. So this subject of God having a son, Yahweh has a son, is really quite clear in Hebrew scriptures. Now, I think next time we ought to go ahead and talk about what the New Testament emphasizes about the Father and the Son, and because they kind of tie together. We'll get into that. I think there's a great reference in 1 John chapter 2. We'll look at that next time. It doesn't seem like we have much time, John, but I think we'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in a little bit. We'll go on to that next part, okay?
Well, bye.
All right, great.
Bye.
Bye-bye.